Hello, hello, testing, testing. Okay. We are on 4 p.m. Wow, this is a breaker that held pretty well here. This is what I marked out yesterday. No closure, deep wick though. Let's see what we get for PM today. Took a lot of trades AM already, or hit my target for a handful of my accounts. Not just a few accounts I haven't traded yet. This 4 hour looks so difficult here. We got this inversions. Got move up. I'm just gonna delete this one. Let me just clean up my charts a little bit, and then we'll get started. So this is the daily fair value midpoint that we're referencing yesterday for a drive-in. We drove in yesterday, but just not to the midpoint here. And then during the Asia session, we had a drive to 842, which is that midpoint, and we're rotating back down here. Same thing with the ES, just a rebounds, and might be looking for a move lower. Just gonna have to play the higher time frame. With the lows, with the intraday and low time frame. So yeah, the hourly doesn't really show much except this large gap that we just drove in. 11 a.m. reversal there. Mark this routine here. See what's happening today. So we're 104 right now. Basically, Asia consolidated. London took the high. Very clear on ES. Very minimal NQ. And then right at the New York Open here, strong displacement back down all the way to the 930 low yesterday. So yeah, we'll just play what we see here. Mic is quiet. Let me bring it closer. I'm a little sluggish today. I think I stayed up too long. Especially trading AM as well, which I normally don't do. We can see a breaker setup forming here. I'm trying to mark this out. It's already taken. How's everyone doing today? I also got my food, so we'll probably be eating on stream as well and just be waiting for a trade. Let me read chat. Mm, mm. After you get a payout with TradeFi, you have to get back to 9K in profit again and meet the 10 trading days. Yeah, basically that's the same for every firm. Get back to the threshold again and do another 10 trading days, new cycle, new consistent rule. So we're holding this 15-minute fair value out very well. Where's the draw? I think it's not that easy for today. It was very clear on the move down, but right now we're kind of sitting. I'm looking at the hourly, right? I see an hourly bearish fair value gap here, large one. We just filled back in, and we also landed in this um, hourly unicorn too. So we're just kind of bouncing back and forth right now. So it's pretty indecisive, and I think we're just gonna be ranging back and forth until another big move happens. Most likely, we have Nvidia news today. I think that could be the one to get out of this range, but I don't think we're gonna move too much the rest of the day here. We're just gonna be chopping back and forth. So we're gonna be looking for trades like that. Close below the midpoint of a fair value gap is a sign. It could fail though, isn't it? Close below. Which one are you talking about, Simon? Oh, this one here. I'm assuming the 15-minute. I don't really see it like that. I need to see it invalidate for me to completely write it off. Getting below the 50% midpoint there, similar like how it's order block mean threshold, it does hurt the quality of it. But until I see it flip, so like if I'm looking right now, the hourly's back and forth. But I'm looking at the 15-minute, which also back and forth, but it's also easier to see because this hourly is large gaps. 15 minutes more tight, so we can read that better. And 15-minute candle prints 4 times rather than hourly printing 1 time. So all we need to see is a candle displace through this, and I'll be hunting for this low. So like I think that's what I'm looking for. We either retrace back higher and then we'll look to fill the more this gap and run higher, or we'll get close under this 15, and then we'll be looking for this low and this low. That's gonna be on the 15-minute time frame. We're just gonna drop down the 1 and see what we can get. How's everyone trading today? Hopefully everyone's good. I'm up pretty nicely today already with AM. Very green today. That's nice. Just up here, you really don't do much. You just let it play out, and then probably the next 2 15-minute candles we'll see something. How much can you guys hear me eat right now? I hope not much. I'm gonna mute myself. Let's see if we can get out of this 15-minute, and then I'll look for a move higher. This is a wild 4-hour candle. I'll be right back. We back. Let's see. How we doing? A little hungry now. We're just stuck in this. Hey, the moment this flips to 15-minute, I'm gonna see it slam down. Gonna be looking for shorts. You and any meme coins? I get somewhat FOMO for that, but I know I'm never gonna try it, attempt it. Why is it so big now? Oh, Brian Fick, let me unban you over now. I think I unbanned you. The ban bot banned him for having the same name as me. This might be a slow PM session. I'm just really glad that I've been trading my the AM session too today and yesterday, because PM has been pretty bland. I might just be doing the same thing for the next day, next day. My trading lead just got renewed. I bought it on Black Friday last year. Do you think I can get somehow their discount next week? I think aren't they doing 70% off again? Let's see this close here. We're about to need this closure at 130. Buy 10K loss. Yeah, but I hope everyone's been doing good lately, man, because trading lately has been pretty difficult and easy at the same time. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It's difficult if the price action is sloppy, but it's good if you have the right system. Like I've been doing lately, we just really wait for it to come to you. Okay, we're about to get this close here. This might be something to have. Look at that strong push here. I'm gonna run lower here. I'm gonna wait for the close first. I think that gives me much more conviction. Regardless, though, we have a deep drive under. Or unless this does run back up and close green, which I doubt. This is gonna be my next draw, and then we'll look for a one minute setup to trade that. How's the Top Step account doing? I mean, let me check. This was
of internet.
I'm trying to go through. Oh, are they up? No. This is combine. They're not showing anymore. I don't know. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, they might have taken no trades today. It looks like. What a shame. Price action might be choppy this morning due to Nvidia earning. Yeah, I do know about that. I'm aware. Just something I learned. As long as, no matter what price action is, you can expect it to be bad, or choppy, or just no expansion, no delivery. But if you can just adapt to it and just wait for somewhat of a confirmation anywhere, you can make money out of it. So that's why you see me making money off like trades or sessions that is just terrible, but you can pretty much extract 15 points from any session, even Asia session. I bet this is interesting. This is going to be a bullish signature if we can close above, or just close positive, because we just had a wick, took out this low, and we'll be holding this 15. Do you find results better when streaming or off streaming? I think on streaming for sure. I consider my trades during my Discord the same way, like it's like in front of an audience still. So those are still relative. And if you're wondering about what we took on AM today, there's these alerts here. Seller's been aggressive all morning, and no confirmation at all to catch this knife. But this is where we started a whole 10:26. And then I posted this in the chat, this breaker setup, which we were in. It's a 30-second breaker because the 1 minute was very sloppy. The 30 seconds clear. I have I think a 12-point stop on this. And then TP at the internal high. And this did run here. And also another thing, tick trading. This was also traded on AM. 158.4 thousand, so $8,400 in 6 days. This is gonna be requesting payout tonight after close. And yeah, if you want to learn or trade with the AM, I would just join the Discord and scroll up to the when the trade was happening. So in this case, it was like what 10:26 was when we started looking at it. Oh, am I in the 30-second? Yeah, I'm 30-second chart. Yeah, I think 10:26 here. This is where it was closing above here. The 1 minute it shows a breaker, doesn't show a nice gap, but if you look at the 30-second, this is where I opt for the 30-second at times when it does something like this. 30-second is very clear here. We have a 2 consecutive candle up, and then strong displacement through it. Gap, enter it in, stop below the breaker. Ideally, even put a stop when it closes below, especially on the 30-second, because we can immediately see that, just in case it does wick. But strong delivery up, and I think my last exit was 6:35. I think that's why I posted somewhere in the Discord. So yeah, we're doing pretty well there already. I'm still looking at this 15-minute here. This 15-minute, whatever, if it just does close below, I'm looking for this as my draw. If it does hold this, I'm expecting a delivery back up. How much is the Discord? It's actually been free and open the last 2 months. I'm just not trying to focus on Discord because you have to put more time to teach people and also to show up for like every day. Rather, I like to wait and trade when I want for AM, and then PM is the one where I dedicate it. This is interesting. We're really fighting this. So what you see happen is we get a strong push down, pick up this low. We're about to flip back up, and this is a very bullish signature here. Because if you're bearish here, you want to see this close under, which we already worked towards, but we're flipping. How are you liking Tick so far? 3 years in business, strong trust pilot. Obviously, I'm still talking to their team. They've been kind of, I want to vet them a little bit more, talk about all the deals, the rebate, their payouts, their user base. I think some of the people are not responding as much anymore. But yeah, 3 years of clean slate. They're starting this new instant funding model. I think they already had direct funding, but this is like their competitive one, which matches Tradify. And we'll see how that does because TickTick has much lower rules, much more freedom than other instant fundings. There's no payout windows. You don't need 10 trading days. You just need 20%. That's it. 20% consistency. What caused the dump this AM session? My bet would be we took this low out, right? This is daily chart. We took this low out, collection gap filled. You're expecting this gap here, a deep drive in. And if you remember the last stream, we were focused on the midpoint of this daily fair value gap here, which is 837. It hit 840, and then once we hit that, it's basically just hitting the low to the high, and we're just gonna rebalance. Something like this, we'll just either chop more for lower, or chop more for another leg up. But this is easy to anticipate. That's how we were very bullish yesterday. So for the sell-off, I'm assuming it's just because Asia did hit this daily fair value, which we're rebalanced already, and we're trying to come back down. And this is where I think we chop. We're gonna chop a lot. 9:30 though, I could never tell when it would just dump aggressively. This is like in basically 50 minutes from 9:30 to 10:20. We dumped like 200, almost 300 points from this 9:30 to this low. Can never tell the speed of things, but I'll let you guys know on TickTick because I'm requesting payout tonight. I just had hit payout. What I can vouch for is Tradify though. Tradify and TickTick has the same percentage right now, 40% off, 40% off. So if I were to recommend one, I would likely recommend Tradify right now over Tick. Which is also because TradeFi is more established and TickTick is copying the TradeFi model. They don't have the data to support it yet because they just launched their instant funding relatively recently. So take that in consideration as well. And also, I do like the tech from TradeFi. TickTick is more old school. It feels like Apex. Really old school. I don't trust TickTick. Is there a reason? Yeah, TradeFi changed the rules, but it's actually not that bad. Like it's pretty easy here. And they never denied payouts. I think they basically made the change and they gave you a whole month to adapt. And also grandfathered in if you have the old account stuff. So my accounts, I'm still grandfathered in. I don't need to make 9,000 on my 150. I can just stop at 7,500. Regardless, I think I'm just gonna be to a live count. Website has FTT vibes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I hate when their tech is old school because like we're in 2024, almost 2025 now. I feel like I can make a better design than that. With like just like an E1 developer directing it. But yeah, I'm putting feeling aside. I'm just gonna trade every firm. They are 3 years in the game right now. They only released this new instant funding. They had it before, but this is the new one. This replicates TradeFi and somewhat FTT style. So we'll see what happens there. As long as they pay out, I'm gonna be fine with it. What the heck is this lag? Dude, look at my ninja chart right now. Are you serious? How delayed is this? Yeah, I need to confirm about that. This is mad delayed. This is like 15-minute delayed here. Imagine me trading that right now and then getting destroyed. That's terrible. Unless I'm going back in time because now the price action showed all the way down here. Yeah, nobody mentions them because TickTick is just very unknown until they release the instant funding, and then like I'm starting to look into them because I like TradeFi so much, as well as other people that look after me. Because just like TradeFi, right? I started TradeFi, other people wanted to join in as well. Because once I started getting paid out, everyone liked it. You just need someone to start the firm and they share the experience, and then a lot of people flock over. As long as they're innovating right, as long as they're competitive, these firms will attract users. What is a cash rebate on TradeFi? If you just click that link, there's like a cash rebate tab. It should explain it to you very clearly. Maybe I'll share the link too. It's pretty easy there. Here, let me just do this. You haven't shared our tick. Shared what? I shared that I started them, trading them. Is that what you mean? Because I started them last week. This is day 6 right now. And I have, if you saw, I had one account that I've worked on to $8,500 profit. You need $7,500 profit. I'm gonna be withdrawing 3,000 and see how fast they can pay me out. And if they pay out, so I'll definitely let you guys know. If you're in Discord, I'll let you know. If not, we'll talk about it tomorrow on stream, see if they're paying now or not. But yeah, I think a lot of you guys also started to buy TickTick with me. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you're making money on TradeFi. I would do TradeFi first though. Do TradeFi first, and then if you have more money, more capital, and want to size up more or get more funded, then you can add it to what is this 15-minute mini? It's basically this 15-minute fair value gap here. I'm waiting for this invalidation or lower prices, or we hold. I'm looking for higher. This needs to be clear for me here. Yeah, for those who were wondering about the cash rebate, I posted a link about it. I'm pretty sure it should be self-explanatory with that link. But if you need more info, I think we have like 500 plus users and 200 of them are actively using it. And I think we hit 28,000 cash rebate the last few months. Yeah, you can risk request anytime now. I'm not going to do a window anymore. It'll just automatically re-verify. I would just recommend doing it like accumulating them and then do it all at once, you know, rather than do it every time you make a purchase. That's just my preference. So like imagine like you buy, and 2 weeks later, 14 days, you have like 20 accounts of rebate. It'll be like all at once, and then I'd be like maybe like $200. But the current sales right now, it's 40% off instant funding for Tradeify and 40% off instant funding for dark funding for TickTick. So they're both the same right now. I would also like the milestone if you guys. It's similar to dark funded, but just the milestone game, and of course Apex is still there. For Black Friday's deal sake, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure at all. 40%. If you don't want to wait for it, I would just buy like a few accounts right now, and then during the Black Friday, I would imagine they limit the sale per user. So let's say they do 50%. It's gonna be like for 1 or 2 purchases at a lower price. Okay, we're about to move. We're pitching lower here. I need to see this close. I would like to close on both NQ and ES, and then I'm gonna play for 547 here. This is a dramatic close under too, so this is very bearish already. I'm just waiting here. Hello. Lots of people are coming on now. TradeIvate let us know that there was a 20-second latency today at 10:08 to 10:10 that impacted a small set of users. We pulled the fills that occurred during 10:07 to 10:11 to extract all trades that have a negative PNL. We added this cash balance to all impact accounts. If your account hit a drawdown during this period, we reversed the drawdown liquidation. Yeah, you know what happens when platform issue happens with or when there's platform issue with prop firms? The next day, people are gonna claim the same thing. They're like, "Oh, I had issues too," and they're gonna be like, "Can I get a reset? Can I get a reset?" That's the reality of it. What's the difference between sim funded and live funded? Basically, live funded have typically have no rules at all. Like you can just withdraw daily profits for the most part, except TopStep. I don't know why TopStep doesn't do daily profits on live. It makes sense to me for them to do it. And then you could also negotiate your risk parameters. So if you don't want a daily loss limit, I'm sure you can try to talk to them about it. Sound like you're congested. Have I? Let's drink some water. I'm favoring more shorts right now, though. So far, nothing. I'm not. It's very unclear until we move away from this routine for me. so we're just kind of just waiting out right now. There's that move there. Close in 5-6 minutes here. How old am I? I'm 23. Yeah, feel free to ask questions right now because just like the usual stream, PM is very slow, and when I'm waiting for something, I just sit back, I'll just watch a stream. We'll tape together, and then we'll also answer questions. But yeah, so far so good with my Tradeify. I took some trades AM today, and we've been really good killing it. I think some of you asked for the stats. We can look at try this year. Okay. This quarter, maybe this quarter works. Okay, yeah. This is literally the P&L for me. I think we hit 180 loss limit on it. Running it up. This is the main account here. This is the one that we took 3 payouts on it. We still have 12,000 left. So we're basically like accumulating 18,000 profits, or more than that, plus 3, so like 20,000 profits. And then we can look at the other accounts. All these accounts are very similar. We have this quarter as well. 14,000 in profits. No red days, I don't think. I don't know if there's a red day here. If there's a time that maybe we hit like minus 1,700 here, looks like one time. But overall, 76% win rate looks like. Average win, what's the average win? A 180? Yeah, I mean, that accumulates. So we have 2 wins, it'd be $400, almost 400. But yeah, this is why I'm loving it, because I think it's so easy to trade instant funded account. Just focus on funded, focus on base hits. This is the power base hits here. You can see the account building up each day, all the way to 12,000 now, and that applies to all the accounts here. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, 12,000 here. It's like basically 12, 13. Every time though, the fees and commission is always $1,000 for the last 2 months. That's a lot. That could be another like $6,000-$7,000 already. But yeah, 78% profitable trade. That's good. That's really good. I don't really care about the stats. I just care about the trades itself. Well, let's get this closed here. Get this closed, and then we'll go for this internal low if it's not taken. And then we'll look for a setup to take that. Will you ever stream AM? No, that's the thing. I kind of... Oh, we already took this low, damn. I told myself that I'm only going to be live streaming 2 hours a day. Or like basically one session. Sometimes we can do 2.5 hours if like there's an event happening, which I do enjoy sometimes. But I'm not going to do 2 streams. So if you want to see me trade AM, then you can join the Discord and trade with me there. I just can't have myself live streaming double sessions anymore. That's just too draining for me. Yeah, so I think basically I have 7 accounts, and all those accounts are like 7,000-8,000 profits, and that's after multiple payouts. So without those payouts, like that's like accumulation of like 80,000-90,000 probably 100,000 profits in 2 months. Just on TradeFi alone, and then you add up Top Step, you add up My Funded Features, you add up now Tick, as well as Apex. It's been incredible last few months. This was gonna be a frame setup here, but I don't know. Let me read chat here. I have some questions. Shall I ask? Yeah, feel free. Feel free. How long have I been trading? We're about to hit 5 years. It's 4 years, approaching 5. Howie said, "I doubt you were making good money." I mean, that's to your own opinion, man. If the breaker is in no fair value gap, do you still consider entering? A breaker is still a breaker. What you're looking for is a fair value gap in the breaker. That's a unicorn, but you, by itself, it's still a breaker. Breaker's still high probability, if you utilize them right. We got 1 more minute for closes. It's gonna be a inverse already. And then we're focused on this low. We'll look for a 1 minute setup to tag that low. Let's see. I think a lot of the delivery already happened AM, so we're just kind of getting leftovers. We're just taking whatever we can get. Even better though, if we can take the slow in reverse, that'd be high probability too. What is a payout cap on Tick? I think it's like 2,000. Will there be a video again about the trades you took? Like a recap video? I think the last video I did, or the second last video, the one that we did $150,000 in payouts in October, which went over basically the whole entire month of October. I can try to do the same thing for November once November ends. But you can also just trade real time with me on Discord or YouTube, whichever you want. YouTube's daily, AM's gonna be depending on if I like the price action or not. Last 2 days we liked it. We traded 2 back-to-back setups and it worked out very well. What's the max accounts for Tradeify? It's 7. It's 7. Okay, we got this close already, so this is good. We're looking for the draw to 547 now. ES is also looking for this low. We did not take this low yet. Yeah, someone is asking about stat map. I have stat map on my chart. It's actually pretty good because I have it on the 15-minute chart, and we're mainly focused on the 4-hour. So the best way I can explain this is the 4-hour opens at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can utilize that for AM and PM, those 2 main ones. So for instance here, we didn't get the 2 p.m. candle yet because it's not there yet. It's 146. We have this 10 a.m. candle here, which opened up here. We wicked up, drove lower, all the way to distribution, and then just looking at the guidance of the day, we barely made a move back up to 10 a.m. And we're starting to turn here. So if we kind of frame that for the 2 p.m. setup, we'll look at the same thing. We want to see where it opened up and where it's going to be heading towards. And these are good guidance to see where prices go and whether it's because it's still projected. Let me explain this a little bit more. You have a manipulation which is inverted the same way. So this is the positive deviation and the negative. Same thing with the distribution. And I don't really use a time here, but this also showed the average time of maximum distribution as well as manipulation based off the last. Does it show how much? It's typically like last 200, 300 candles. I didn't remove the charts though. So yeah, I do like using it. I think the daily also is very nice. I have that set on the hourly. So we opened up the daily for the stab map is at the 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. future open. You can see here we opened up, no really move downside. We went all into manipulation here. So this is basically what happened here. Opened up, did a little manipulation or a little wick down, no moves down, goes to manipulation, and then we're going all the way to distribution, which is here. So I'm just kind of using that as a guidance to see where price is. Similarly, like how you use like midnight open, I would think. But they have good data points which you can target. It doesn't have to be pinpoint accurate, but it does help. That's why you guys see me been using it more and more. Yeah. Another thing with this type of style of trading, I don't really take trades off of the immediate invalidation. I still look for retracement, so we're kind of getting very close to this draw here, which I'm focused on. But the move down, we didn't really get a frame entry model. And that's what happens. Even though you're right with the right direction, you're like you have the right anticipation. If I'm anticipating this is the next draw here because we got a invalidation on this 15, you still have to look for an entry model itself. And sometimes price action, especially this week, do not give you an entry model. They just move straight towards the draw. So we want to see something like this. I typically want to see it run back up and then look for inversion bearish entry model to take this low out. Could you briefly explain your strat? I think the video helps much more. It's a 34-minute video and we covered a lot of the concepts in that video. So if you haven't watched that, that's gonna be a recommend. Mamba FX, I have no, it's a Forex guy. I don't know any Forex. And then Cat B saying, how much can you pull on a $7,500 trade file? It's 3K. Like every other account. 3K, 3K. The video is my last two videos. I think it's the one that's talking about like the 25 win streak. We went through each day of the trade and explained why we took that trade, and it was from the YouTube stream. I wonder if Apex Sale is gonna do 90% off. So this is 6 days. I think this is right after Black Friday, is it not? 6 days. Six days, accumulating days of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, oh, it's very close. Is Black Friday 29th? Basically Thanksgiving time, so they'll have a Thanksgiving Black Friday sale most likely. I want to see 90%. We haven't seen 90% in a long time. If this gets inverse here, I want to see price run down to these lows here. It's just very close to it already. I like Apex too, guys. They denied payouts. We don't know the reason. We don't know if they're doing bad things or breaking rules. But also, the main message is the people who get denied, they're going to be allowed. The people who get approved, they're not going to say anything. It's expected. So, I always say, just ask your community. Ask whatever trading group is, just like, who is actually getting paid, who's actually getting denied. Look for honest answers. And based on the findings I see, it's like still like 70%, 75% of people still getting paid. So it's a high number. And social media makes it look like 90% of people are getting denied. I think Lanto's still waiting. I think some of you guys are asking about Lanto. He's still waiting, but he's been making more money on the account. I don't know how much he's at right now, but it's probably he's in like the 6 figs already in total profits on 20 accounts. So the more he waits, the bigger the payout's gonna be for him once he extracts all of them. Between a few people that has a lot of profits, you gotta also realize Apex is probably generating like millions on probably the revenue wise, probably 10 mil a week. Very healthy. A lot of people still use them. Just my recommendation, guys, to those who are watching, don't give a reason for Apex to deny you. So like, don't do anything stupid. Don't break any rules. And this is like up to you, but don't even make too much money, because once you have more money, they're gonna find a reason. Some firms do that, but when you go under the radar, they might just let you through. That's just the reality of things too. Because I had experience too. I had it with ETF. I had with other firms where I run up too hard, and then I get a headache with them because they're arguing with me. They're like, "Are you doing this? Are you doing this?" They're trying to find any reason not to pay you out, and that happens especially with Apex, because even Kane with the 1.8 million, he had to go through a lot of loops. And with Lanso and other people, like anyone with like 6-fig payouts, they are investigating you so hard, and they have to make you wait through so many months of investigations. When you could just take base hits, and then just make that same amount across like 6 months, 12 months. That's why I'm a little afraid of running accounts. Even my TradeFi, right? I could run the TradeFi very high right now, but I'm just going for base hits, just so I'm under the radar. Even though I know that probably Brett will still pay me out, that's just the thing. I'm just still on the edge of things. The Apex banned Kane. I think he's not allowed to trade with them right now. I have a personal account. I have 2 personal. I have the Weeble right now, which I didn't load up. It's been sitting there for a while, but I started trading them the last 2 months. I posted on Discord, 30K. We made, I think, 7,000 off just high probability trade swings. And then my Robinhood, we took that from 250 to 275 in a few months as well. Just taking 1 trade a week, 1 trade every 2 weeks. I just really use those accounts for like bigger trades, and then like for prop firms, I'm scalping. I'm just taking base hits. So I'm letting it ride on personal, but taking full profits on the prop firms. That's just the way I'm going about it. We didn't inverse this here. Lots of wicks above. Probably gonna take this out. Just very slow price action right now. But we'll likely see a setup maybe after 2 p.m. here. If not, it's fine. It's fine. Someone's asking about gold. I would not ask me anything other than NASDAQ and ES. Because I promise you, I don't trade any other thing. So like, if you ask me about crypto, I wouldn't know. If you ask me about oil, I'm probably very bad at it. Base hits for me is just basically $300 per day, and most of my accounts run on the 150K. I mean, I feel like if I have the 50K, let's say top step, I'll probably do the same thing. It'd be like $300. I like to keep it the same all around. AQ's asking about this breaker setup. I'm assuming you're asking about this breaker setup. There's two things why I didn't mark it, nor did I take it. It's because we're bearish bias here. We already invalidated this, so taking that would be a counter trend. We didn't sweep any liquidity, really, except a 15-minute low. I'm looking for a drive lower to this low right now. That's my draw here, until otherwise. So, for one, that's counter trend. And then, the way that I trade breakers, this is a very slight move up. I mean, you can count it, but it's still just counter. I'm really just focused on shorts right now until I see otherwise. Base hits 15 points, one contract. That's most of my trades, just 15 points. And then my stop is typically 10, sometimes 9, sometimes 8, just around 10, we'll say. And then you see my top step, like when there's a good trade, I'll do like 3 contracts, and then 3 or 4 contracts instead of 1 or 2. We'll size up to it because it's high probability. But you have to have confidence. You have to see everything framed up. So it's not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take whatever setup I see and slam like 4 or 5 contracts on it. No, you gotta really see which one is good to press the gas on, and the rest, if not, I'll just take the base hits. That's the way I operate, which doesn't have to be the way that you operate. We're about to swing this 2 p.m. That's just interesting here. We did invalidate this 15-minute, but we're trying to climb back up. We're leaving these lows here. I still like lower prices. Just inverse 5 as well. Looks a little tough here. Very indecisive. So I'm looking at like the 15-minute time frame. Like, I still want to see lower, but we're trying to climb back up. Just if I answer more questions, there's gonna be a lot of questions that I'm gonna answer that's more specific to me. So you ask like how many trades I took today. It's like, it doesn't really matter too much. And if we talk about my base hits, how much should have risked, that's just based on what I'm doing. You should really see what works for you, especially with stop size. Like, you know, my trades, I do 10-point stop. Most people, the consensus would say that's too tight. If that's too tight for you, you gotta lower your size and then push your stop, and then your TP would be higher too. So if you can't do 10 points, you can do 20 points. TP can be 30, 40, and then you can do half the size. Same way, just less risks. So yeah, we got this 15-minute flip here. I still like I move lower. Honestly, if we do get a run back up, this is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting here. Still hunting. I would actually try to look for this inversion here. Push down. I'm surprised I didn't do that. I mean, you could mark this as a unicorn breaker. It's also just way too tight too. Can you explain your entries in the morning? I'm pretty sure my entries was there. Did I not share with my executions? You're talking about this trade, right? Yeah. This is simply, we got this breaker confirmation. It's a very clear breaker. And we stopped at these relative highs here. Retrace back down to this 1 minute. I entered here, which you can enter on the left side or the right side. It doesn't really matter. Stop is still on the breaker. So my entry is around like 517s or CP. Pretty sure this is a self-explanatory entry. And if you want to look at the timestamp, just go to the main chat and see it real time on how we frame that setup. Because we started with like saying this has been selling off all morning, but we're starting a hold and we're looking for confirmation for a long setup. And that's literally the first confirmation that we got the whole entire day of that sell-off. Still want to see this move higher. So for instance, this whole day here, all day 9:30, we just sell off, sell off, sell off. One move up. This is not no breaker, no nothing. Just like retracement. Sell off, no nothing until this low was made, and then we got displacement breaker here, and then erupt up. It's a very textbook entry model. Oh, you're asking about why there's two entries? It's because I added one at the top of the fair value gap and then added two more at the midpoint of it. So then the entry was averaged out. You can see it. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, added one at 20, added two more at 15. Then the average is like 17. Pretty simple there. It's 5-minute unicorn. Is there a 5-minute unicorn? Oh, bearish unicorn, right? Because I don't see a bullish one. Yeah, I mean this does count. We have a high here. We have low. We have a higher high. Very barely sweep. Displacement below. I think this also aligns with what I think about running this 15-minute here. Let me change this first. There we go. I want to see this run back to 15-minute and then move lower. This OB would hold it down for me. Nope. Man, AM's been so easy. I might just be skipping some PM sessions this week if PM's so slow. Because there's some days PM is free money, and there's other days PM just doesn't give much. Same thing with AM. AM also does offer a lot, but there's some sessions where it's just too dangerous, where you pick trades, you try to do a 15-point stop, you get stopped instantly. I don't like accepting that or trading for that. Just how volatile it is. I mean, that's a double-edged sword, because if you're right, you might get 20-30 points instantly on your side. I think we draw at least to this 15-minute before slamming down. That's my kind of targets right now. We inverses already. I do want this hold. I want this hold to come to this breaker too. It's the same area. I don't know if I try to long this though. If we induce it low and move back up, that might be an opportunity for a long scalp. Back to this 15-minute inversion here. Look at, also we have some. This is interesting. We got rejected pretty hard here. This is what I'm kind of anticipating. Could be wrong. This is likely more of an inducement entry though. I want to see this hold. I do want to see this hold. Get a run back to 15-minute. Because we got shy right at it. And I'm still focused on short. I'm not really focused too much on long. Shorts is the move. That's the bias right now. But if you're looking at a long entry scalp, this would be a inducement here. If we can just take this low and come back up, go back to this 15-minute, that'll be perfect. That 1-minute breaker is not something I like, just because it's counter trend. That matters to me, because what liquidity we take here? We have resting liquidity here. We didn't take that, so that not every breaker is something I'll take. I wouldn't take this breaker here. How was Nvidia, by the way? You have Nvidia earnings, right? Dumping. I'm just not interested in longs, guys. You guys are saying that more in hindsight for me, because yes, it did work, but I'm not going to claim that I would take the entry. I don't think I would take that entry at all. If we take this low and made that breaker, I would have been interested in it, but we did. So that's a bad trade. Might get inversion here. I don't think I'm taking the short though. Damn. 1 minute bearish breaker. I mean, that might be something you entertain much more. I'm not mad at that one. I just need to make a video on this one because so many people have the same questions. Why do I trade so many time frames? That's just how I like to do it. I have the 1 connected to the 15, and anything I touch on the hourly would only show on the hourly. The 4-hour daily is connected, so that's just the way that I have. And I did post my trading view charts if you want to replicate it. It's in the Discord there. I'll move back up here. This is ideal for me though. Can we do this? Yeah, so the way you connect them, I'll kind of briefly describe it. You see NQES here on the 15 minute. It's also NQES. In the way that I have it, the visibility, it's only going to show on the 1 minute. I make 1 minute, the templates here. So like, let's say I make a 15 minute fair value gap here. This 15 minute fair value gap is only showing the 1 minute time frames all the way to 59. If I make it on the hourly, maybe something, this would be something you guys are interested in, it's only going to show on the hourly. Likewise, if I make something on the 1, like this 1 minute break here, it's only going to show on the 1, and I stop it at the 14, so it doesn't show on the, a low time frame break is not going to show on the 15 minute time frame. That's how I have it organized. It might look clumsy, but I've been using this for the past like year and a half, and it's been working phenomenal. Like how I can chart and just skim through things. And this is a bearish breaker that would be more within the trend. Just use ICT high time frame fair value gaps by Fatty. The thing with indicators marking your fair value gaps, like, it's just I would 100% prefer hand drawn over any indicators. Even like indicators that have breakers setups, like, do you want to have it automated unless it's good? But then again, like, if it's automated drawing for you, then it has to be within your model, because you're not going to take every fair value gap. You're not going to take every inversion, just like you never take any breaker setup that you see, because that just become like a pattern trader, and that's going to be something you're going to be more used to. You really need some developers to code you your whole model. So that would also eliminate, like, let's say a bullish breaker here where we're trending down on both time frames. Like, that's clearly bearish. You would not take that entry. So that's what I mean there. The version 2 of Fatty. Should I add it? You guys are hyping it up. Let me see what the hype is about. This one? Version 2 ICT. Let's just type in ICT high time frame. I just want to see what it's like, to be honest here. Fair value gaps. Oh, version 2, there it is. So I just want to see what you guys were talking about here. Okay, so it just, if I flip to 5, let's say I flip to hourly, what does it show? I don't know what this is. I'm assuming this is the indicator. Yeah, it is. You guys like using these indicators? I always think it's so stupid. Like, what does this mean? Oh, okay. It shows the 5 minute. Okay. Oh, that just makes it very confusing, Zil, because I wouldn't want 5-minute charts on my 1 minute. That doesn't correlate well. I want only 15-minute. But even then, I would just draw that myself. So this whole thing's a 15-minute then. That's just kind of annoying though. I don't think I like these type of indicators, but if it works for you, utilize it. Take advantage of it. No inversion yet. Still looking for a drive higher. We're building some liquidity on ES here. I'll just stick to what I know best, and that's just drawing my own indicator or charts. I think longs work here. Long for a scalp, get to this breaker, and then eventually see if we want to get through this 15-minute. Ideally, this is the way to go, though. You showed an indicator before where it was giving you projections. Do you remember what it's called? Projections. Is it stat map? Is it this? Projection. I'm not familiar. It has to be that one. I don't think I showed any other things. We couldn't even get to the breaker yet. That's how piss poor bulls are. Yeah, it's not free, but you can buy it. Use the code SMART. You get 20% off every subscription. But that's like a expense as a trader, right? So if it does help you, if it makes you money each day, that's a similar thing as like $1 a day using that tool. It's not bad at all. There gotta be some weeks, maybe I'll just stream AM because PM is so slow. PM is piss slow. It's because AM already made such a large move. I don't think PM's gonna do much. What's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well too, man. My objective is still a move higher temporarily, and then mainly look for a short to take on the sell side. That's the short is what I want to take. The long is risky. How many want to see that? Maybe next week we can trade AM instead of PM. I might consider it. Maybe for just a week. PM just been so slow. Just know I'm gonna only stream one session, so if I'm streaming AM, you're not gonna see a PM stream. You're gonna see PM maybe on Discord at most. Let me remind you guys though, PM has been probably my most profitable session out of all the sessions. Profitable as in consistently profitable. That's what I mean. By a long shot. If you win in AM, do you still trade PM? That's exactly what's been happening the last 2 days. We traded AM today. We traded AM yesterday, New York AM, and we're trying to find trades on PM, but we can't find them. But it doesn't matter too much because we're already pretty green. How do you manage to keep a small stop loss in AM? It's not small. Well, it's relative. So if I do 10 points in PM, I'm likely going to have to do 15 points in AM. That's just the way it goes. This is disgusting. If anything, like, why can't it just dip inside this breaker first before slamming down? What is it? Delivery? Installing for NVIDIA? It honestly might be. Are you currently in shorts? No, I'm not in anything. I only took trades AM today. For someone to ask you, who's it? Ross. If you're asking if I took trades, no, nothing on PM yet. You might see me on AM next week though, or tomorrow even. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Is there a red folder tomorrow? Red folder, red. 8:30. I don't know. I just guess it depends. Get slow here. At the bare minimum, I need to see the straw back up to this bearish breaker here. I think something decent here would be longs right now, and then flip at this breaker with a stop above the high. So you long at 72s here, and then flip midpoint here. Let's see if we can do something like that. Maybe. The focus is like still the breaker here. The breaker in the 15-minute. I needed to see that hit, and then my focus will be the sell side. I'm just really focused on shorts right now, though. You can't even give me that short setup. I need to delete some of my charts here. NVIDIA, is NVIDIA midnight? Or not midnight, 4 p.m.? I don't know the exact time. I just want this breaker entry, man. Can we get this breaker entry? Is that 420? Ironic. I think something like this here. Look for a very tight stop. Target the liquidity low. This would be ideal. This would be very ideal. You can't even do that. Yeah, Ross, I showed the setup many times. If for AM this stream already, if you want to look at it, just review back. Everything's timestamped. Dark flow. The draw is still down here, but I was hoping we get a drive inside the breaker first before drawing lower. But it is what it is. You can't have them all. The low is pretty much looking pretty good though. we have this internal low, and then ideally that hourly low would be the main area. This OB here. If it doesn't want to go for this breaker, let's say we leave that breaker, we'll just see a retracement back inside. Let's come back down. Still, this draw. I'm focused on shorts only right now. Come on. I'm not in shorts right now though. That's a problem. I want shorts, but I can't get the entry. What do you guys think? You guys like shorts too? If so, where? Ideally still the breaker for me, but I don't think even we're just so close to the draw right now, and we're so fixated with ES as well with some lows here. The best shot is just a retracement back up to slam down. And you wouldn't want this low to be this high to get taken if you're shorting this OB here. It's just basically a test of your patience. If you can't bear through this, you're gonna get defeated. I'll still take this breaker entry. If this breaker entry, this is gonna be my target here. This is low. Once you sell the 15-minute breaker, 0607. It's high resistance, yeah it is. But eventually, I just want to see a snap. OB is holding it down right now. If you were ambitious, you would try this short for a slam down to 556 and 548. That'll be the trade if you are looking at lower and want to entry right now. That this is the only thing I can see. Got displacement under, but it's just not high probability. The risk is too great too. I needed the breaker entry if anything. I'm likely gonna try this breaker entry if it comes to it. It looks so good right now. ES is drawing for this 15-minute though. Wow. This is on my draw lower. I would focus on shorts right now. Short entries. You can also wait for confirmation. If you're looking for shorts, you can also wait for if it fails. If we push this down this breaker, you'll have to take it off the bat. But if we get an inversion down, that's where you want to slam it. But this, it's taking too long. Slow grinding. What do you think of the ES equal lows? Yeah, I mean that's what I focus on for shorts. I want these lows here to be taken. In ES, it looks like it wants to take these relative lows first, or relative highs, and then come back down. That's what it looks like to me. I'm still looking for lower here. So if it does hit the breaker, I'll get it. I'll get it added, and then if we get inversion, I'll focus on ads on my live counts too. That's another 15-minute candle there. Still drawing for this low. We have some relative highs that get taken. This could really just pop back up, grind up. I'm gonna try with one, and then if we get inversion, I'll add two this breaker, and this would be my main target. Yeah, this would be plenty already because you have too much riding here. Oh, God darn. Come on. Where's the Discord? Where the list of indicators? It's in the general chat. We're starting to build a lot of liquidity up here. I don't know what price action is trying to do right now, but I'm not even that. My gut is saying to not take the short anymore. I think we're consolidating. We might get a push up. We will revisit it after this equal highs get taken, and then see how we react to this breaker, also as well as this 15-minute. But we're just consolidating right now, and whatever move it happens, it's gonna give a likely expansion through it. I'm just gonna take this as a hypothetical here. Oh, yeah, ES is also following suit here. I mean, still not bad. Stop would be, if you take this breaker here, you want to get an entry size in, and then your stop is at 94. We're just way too close for this highs here, so I want to see this get driven in first. How is NQ versus ES? ES is looking much better right now. It's so slow. This is still the idea though. We want to see this drive into this low or high here. This is regular high. And then sell side is the main objective, if that gives it to us. I might just try something like this, maybe on, maybe after we take this high and reject and get an inversion. That'd be something I'll be more game for. But we're still in the breaker now. This is good. Take the high here. So this is where I would want it to fall. Just a lot of consolidation. We're building up low resistance. So if they could give us a 1-minute inversion, that would be the entry to take. A lot of... How's the video doing? I'm just curious now. He's pumping now. We do have like crazy trend line here. And then we're starting to flip here. We might get a breaker on the video chart. Well, how does the 5 look like? Yeah, okay. Let's go back to NQ. Now that we got the upside objective, I think we want to focus on any short we can do that confirms it. So I'm still looking at these arrow points. A drive inside the breaker, a drive inside the 15-minute, and I want to see this turn here. So this inversion would be an inversion I'll take if we can get it close under. That's something I'm more happy with. I can't believe though, 1 p.m. This is the price action from 1 to almost 3 now. It's so tiny and so slow. It looks good here because that's the high, but really the main price action we're looking at is in this box. It's from 597 to 556, like about 40 points. There's a high there. Now we're in this breaker here. We might be able to paint it as the 5 instead. This is likely going to line in with what I think of the 15-minute chart after taking this high out. This is a large breaker though. Something like this. Take this low. I'm game for this. I'm game for this. We can try something like this. Just lower size because it's a 5-minute setup. How can people like make money like this? You really just sit on the sidelines for the most part. Stop loss hit. Did you take that breaker trade? I don't know if you heard. We scrapped that trade. There's been too much liquidity and ES is already popping higher. That was just dancing around way too much too. Like this breaker formed at 2 p.m. and this is like 30 minutes of just hanging around. Who's the most consistent trader in the social space? I think Lanto is very consistent. Top of my head too, let me see. It's hard because I don't know. I can't really see or pay attention to people trading every single day other than Lanto and Desi. Well, Lanto's been the most consistent I've seen so far. If you're talking about just social space. This is probably the last trade I'll look for. If we can get this in the next before 3 p.m., I'll try it out, and then we'll see from there. Tanya's good competition. I know Tanya's a good trade. I haven't seen her trade because I don't watch her streams like that. Kane looks strong. Oh, yeah, I mean, just this is stat wise, right? Stat wise is like these people are good traders, but I don't know because I don't see them trade every day, so I can't vouch for them or like say that I know for a fact that these guys are consistent. But pump here. Looking for just like 600 ads. I might just add a little bit more up here too. Let's see what happens. Oh, I met them, but I haven't seen them trade. That's the thing. That's a big difference. Meeting them versus seeing them trade, how they operate. Completely different. I'm gonna try to add to this trade here. I'm gonna go with this 5. I want to see this play out. I'm gonna get another ad, probably like 607. And then my hard stop at 625. So yeah, so I'm gonna add another 607 here. I think I'll be like 603 average because I have 601 and then 606, 607, about 604 average, 20-point stop. If this gets hit. These are just too clean for me not to pass up. It's a 5-minute setup though. And I hope it doesn't want to go above 626 here. Back in this 15. Where the OB is here. I want to see this hold down the OB. And my stop is 625, this beat here. If this fails, I mean, it might be my first loss in a while. I'm still focused on downside. Alright, my stop is at 625 right now. If that gets tagged, the loss sucks, but it is what it is. We're pushing. We're pushing. Damn. It's a shame, but hard stop set. Be about a 20-point stop. I think the moment I entered, it just got obliterated. It might just be because it consolidated way too much down here, and we're going for a leg up. And the way that price has been, the moment it trends, it really just trends. Maybe see if I can redeem this. If not, I'll close on this. I was very green on AM, and I'm giving a little bit back on PM right now. If this gets hit. I'm not gonna flip. I'm definitely not gonna flip. I'm just gonna let it play. Stop me out, then let's just see from there. I think we just took this higher. I just got stopped out. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm not gonna long this here. That's just gonna be me jumping into the trade. Damn. It was so slow, and then it just started pushing. Nvidia might just keep on ripping this too. Oh, whatever, just tagged me out. You guys are taking shorts here? I am not gonna. I'm gonna wait first. I'm only gonna short. There's a 1 minute version. I think that's what I should have waited, especially on this move up. Just see a confirmation somewhere, but got a little greedy, or a little impatient there. I'm contemplating like seeing if there's a re-entry somewhere. Because we're slowing down at where I want to see it. It's probably gonna be this consequent approach. Maybe we can't get above this. Then we inverse that previous fair value up here. See this flip back down. Especially after ES in this high. And this is what we also marked on ES too. ES breaker, which is performing right now. Let's draw lower, still looking pretty good. I just use confirmation now before we take the entry, and then we'll be game. Nvidia's probably pumping right now. That's probably what's fucking up price action. Let me see. Nvidia. Yeah, look at that. We're breaking out. We're breaking out Nvidia. It's too early here, though. Inverse this and I'll try again, but if not, we'll just sit out. It's annoying. What do you guys think? Is the video gonna move the market straight back up? Just fighting this OB right now. Might get another leg up there if this holds. We have a 5-minute gap now. If it doesn't want to revisit that. Let's see if we inverse this. I just gave back the profits from my AM though, or I was up like 1,000, 1,200 my top step, and that trade did knock me down. Very slight green, so I just gave everything back on some of my funded stocks, but I had my first PM loss in a long time, like big loss, or like full loss, I mean. Yeah, I'm just blaming on the price action. Blaming on my patience too, because I had patience, but then I don't think I should have even taken this 5-minute trade here. It could have worked, but I think the best case would have been just to wait to see if we get a 1-minute confirmation as well. So what I mean by that is, let's say this 5-minute breaker, 15-minute breaker, whatever you want to see it. We push into it without any resistance at all and just keeps on pushing. And the best case would be to let this move into where you want to short it at and then get that inversion where it invalidates a low time frame, and that's where you want to enter. Why do you think the draw is higher? I'm just going based off my system. My system right now is watching the 15-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart shows us invalidate this bearish fair value gap or bullish fair value gap here. We got this deep closure, and then we have these liquidity here, which I want to target. And that's what I was thinking. Maybe it runs back inside this OB here in this previous fair value gap and slam down. And that's why we're still looking at short opportunities. ES just took the high here. Maybe we'll look for a short entry. Most likely. Come back down now. It's good. You're like a shorts. Yeah, I'm starting like shorts again. I think this is a failed attempt to move back higher. And shorts might be the move right now. The real move. I got stopped out pretty close at these highs, so that's annoying. Now we're back where the entry basically was. Work this inversion here. I want to see this flip here. Next candle flip, and then try to slam this down. I'm gonna ask chat here. Everyone in chat, what do you think? You think this is without? You could say you're unsure, but I would want you to pick a side. You think this is bullish or bearish? Or what are you betting on if you had to bet? Guns to your head. I'm itching lower still. The 15 minute still shows in. I want to join back in. Let's see the chat. Bearish about a gamble. Bullish. Bearish. You don't have to go with what I think though. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate there's a lot of people still thinking it's gonna be more bullish. That's fair. That's the beauty of trading, because we both have different objectives. The 15-minute chart for me on NQ hasn't shown as bullish yet. Even the hourly, this is still bearish signature right now, so I can only think that we move lower. No inverse again. I'm gonna try to stick around for another 20 minutes past, maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, to see if we can get something building up. We are in extreme discount. I believe we already hit the DL, so I think it's bullish. 3 p.m. They're gonna set something up for sure for Nvidia. Looking good here for shorts. Look at the inversion. Yeah. Look at this close. Most likely we tap back inside and try to play the downside. Out in. Also bounce to this BPR here. Yeah, I do agree with the people that's kind of in the middle between this. I already know that we're in the range. I just hope that we could play for this liquidity here. It's so clear. I think any other day this would have been a short move to take this low. Just gotta be more patient. Fly. Have you looked at who is doing earnings today after the bell? Yeah, it's Nvidia. We're well aware. Yeah, so far one great trade for AM and then one 5-minute loss. This is a great trade though. This is nice. 30-second entry because the 1 minute was not good or not clean enough. Clear breaker, fair value gap. We took the low already. I entered in here. I showed to Discord. We're looking for higher prices if this confirmation, which we did, and then sold one for internal here. So another one for the next internal. I think the last one we got at 6:30 somewhere. Very healthy, at the very least. I thought I could do double back to back with AM and PM. Now we're slow again. This is like once again slow, just stuck here. I still believe we moved lower though, or if I had to guess. New 15-minute about form, yeah, we're about to form here. And this is something that would give you more of a focus, a short to drive in here. One minute to rocket. You guys are funny. Here, here's 3 p.m. Let's see. If 3 p.m. rockets, we're just gonna watch it and be like, you guys were right. You guys were the chat who was saying that we're gonna pump 3 p.m. power hour for Nvidia, and you guys are on the money. Let's see, 9 seconds. At 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. there. That's funny. We'll do a giveaway at the end of the day. End of the stream here. We're probably in the 10 minutes. Like the stream, and then we'll do the giveaway. Forgot about it. That 15-minute here. I like this for a drive down. I do like this for a drive down. This 15-minute close here. We need to see this inversion first. Kind of like these type of things. I kind of like to do a stop order here. Is that the 600 number for the 15-minute drive? I am expecting we finally got the inversion here. We can try a short scalp. We want to see a drive in. See if we can get something clean out of it. Because if you look at the 15-minute chart here, if there's a 1 minute low time from entry at all, this is what I'm looking at. A drive inside this 15-minute at the bare minute. We only got moving like 2 ticks under. We got this inversion now. The moment it does drive in, I want to see a deep drive all the way to like the midpoint here, to 590s. Squeeze to 850. Everyone's like looking at different things right now, which is good. It is really good. Whatever Nvidia wants, basically though. So this candle here at 3 p.m. close, we got the close under, we got the diversion now, and we retrace to the midpoint of the inversion. Really trying to focus if we can just drive back in down here. What is this stalling here? Large 15-minute gap. I want to see this drive down now. Come on. Get a slam down, get a nice move. We're at power hour right now, so it's more volatile. Entry could have been a retrace back to an inversion. I don't think we see anything in this back and forth here. The only thing I can say is the draws inside this new 15-minute gap, which we're trying to play here. Looking for 690, honestly. Straight back up. It's a good drive in at least. If anyone is able to get their scalps off it. Here's that flip though. If this is bullish, we're gonna look to power through this. We have a lot of moves above. It's just so indecisive right now. You got quick 10 points from 610 to 600. That's good. I mean, that's ideal. I would probably look for a drive in though, so you can probably have some more points under 600. But whatever scalp works does work. At least you get the draw right. My draw was actually focused down here though. That's my main draw. At the raw anticipation. $11.31 draw nothing. Where's $11.31? Yeah, it's literally draw down here where he rebalances 15-minute. If bulls want to take this, it's about to take this. This is about to flip here. Good reverse there. JB, were you not the one saying long up here? You're like, just please long, just long sells wise. I would have got torched after my short already. People are trying to set me up here. But yeah, in all honesty, though, I think just any trades, whether it's long or short, is kind of low probability right now. It's just so unclear. The 4-hour BPR here. This BPR here, ideally, you want to see it hold. We kind of got to run through it, so it's not gonna give me much info. This is where we opened up that, and we went all the way to manipulation, which is very precise here. And we're going all the way back up to this manipulation here too. Here's a drive here. Can we actually drive down now? A little low SMT here. Just slam it down, please. Give us an action somewhere. I'm still looking at 590 here. Could be either this or this. Whichever comes first. No way Top Step TV is long right now.
Start to see the market, break through and break in our direction around the 610, 612, break to the long side, then there's definitely an opportunity to add. But so far, so
Oh no.
Our CYA
Does that mean it's a short? This is where we need someone to inverse them every single trade and see the stats. it's gonna be so informative. Where did they enter, by the way? 606, I think. Yeah, you have the chance to, if you want to. Look at the last laugh they win though. I mean, this did retap inside the 15 here, so it doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty good. Alright, we might do the giveaway here and then see. Long as looking better. It does look better. Looking pretty good. Cannot lie. Alright, we'll do the giveaway. Just like the stream and comment your username one time, and then we'll pick the winner from there. Good 15-minute drive though. Alright, let me see if I can find a winner. I'll give you guys 2 more minutes though. Then pick a winner. This is already indecisive. Playing this move again. I get another version here. Okay, let's look at winner. Winner for today for this giveaway is Wei Quan. If that is you, I'll give you about 5 minutes to claim. And then we're likely going to wrap this up. I don't think we see anything much here. But yeah, if you want to trade AM with me, just make sure you join the Discord. I think the Discord link should be in the description. I'll give him another. I'll give him till 3:18. If Wei Quan is not here, we'll have to pick someone else. He might have left already. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Wei Quan, just DM me in Discord. DM me in Discord. I'll handle it. And then join the Discord if you want to AM trades with me, or see you guys tomorrow 4 PM. That's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up here. Have fun with NVIDIA ER if anyone plays it.